Hi guys, my name's Seb Tudor, I'm the man on the Silver Mountain, and welcome back. Today I wanted to talk about one big question that I saw coming up a huge number of times during the last year, as well as a couple of times already this year, and that is, what the hell is wrong with the world? And ultimately, the reason why this question has been asked is as numerous as possible, but just a couple of examples, especially around Brexit, which was one of the big issues where I am in the UK. Over the last year, you had people from the older generation going, all of these young people wanting to be under the heel of some European controller. What the hell is wrong with the world? And then from the complete opposite end of things, you had all the younger generation going, they've just screwed us. They're not even trying to make things work anymore. They just want to opt out, be xenophobic and terrible, and they've dragged us all along with them. What the hell is wrong with the world? And the simple answer to this question is that nothing is wrong with the world, because ultimately people are just people. They are always screwing up, they're always making a mess, and when you get enough of them together, the IQ drops so low that you're only going to cause damage. But what is wrong with the world, if you're talking about objective wrong, there are a few issues that need dealing with, things like climate change and whatever else, but overall there's not that much, because wrong is overall a highly subjective term. So what is wrong can obviously be split across the age spectrum, or the spectrum of politics, or whatever else. You can have a lot of people thinking that the world is wrong in numerous different ways, but there will always be a counterpoint to them. And what it comes down to with this question is that this question being asked is a symptom. It's a symptom of a lack of understanding, a lack of communication, and a lack of willingness to sit down and discuss. And I can understand that, sitting down and discussing, or sitting down and just having a conversation, when you see it, it's a life-affirming, heartwarming kind of thing. All of those videos that are on YouTube as well, with kind of a small kid talking to their grandparents. That understanding being gained between those two people who are very, very distant in terms of their understanding, in terms of their perspective and things like that. That's a really interesting and nice thing to see. But the thing is, it's not something that people gravitate to, because it's something that literally anyone can do. And nowadays, in a world where there's an awful lot of push to be kind of the next big thing to one degree or another, where you've got people who are being who everyone wants to be on things like X Factor or whatever, or all of these talent shows, thinking that they'll be the thing that gets the top and they'll be the next big thing, or everyone that wants to find their fortune on the internet, or all of these things. Everyone wants to always go to the new flashy thing with the explosions and the sparkly bits and all of the attractive, shiny things that are drawing those people in. And as a result, they don't make time for the sitting down and the having discussions and the gaining understanding and the analysing of what they're thinking. And so that's where this question gets asked. This is where the confusion reaches a point where they just cannot understand why this thing has occurred anymore. It's a really troubling thing, though, because it demonstrates just how poor education and just how badly things like discussion and debate are treated, especially within the Western world these days. Where historically we've had institutions in the Western world that have been highly dedicated towards debate and learning and kind of an enrichment of people. Now, even in universities nowadays, they are far more focused towards over-politicized subjects, or causing rifts between people through various ideologies being presented in such a way that there's not really much room for debate. With speakers and individuals who are going in to do workshops and things at universities being no platformed, being asked not to turn up, and things like that, regardless of what they're actually saying or what they're actually intending to do. Their reputation has just led to people riling against them. you know, those areas, this breakdown of discussion, of empathy, of understanding, of education and learning in a broader sense, you know, it all leads to people. Oh, excuse me. All leads to these people asking this question, asking what is wrong with the world, not understanding, and just leading them to become very defensive and look out more for themselves than trying to look out for either the bigger picture or those around them, or however else that they shut themselves down to it just to make it more manageable and to cope for them. And so, you know, we've asked the question, we've answered it, and we've worked out what the cause is and arguably how to deal with it a little bit. But now I want to know what you guys think. You know, what are your answers to what's wrong with the world? You know, in regards to all these situations that caused people to ask this question before. Um, you know, how do we fix it? How do we help people understand that the world isn't broken and that actually it's just a matter of understanding and communicating with people? You know, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Otherwise, though, if you found this at all interesting or thought-provoking, then please share it. Someone that might also find it valuable or useful. Let's get discussion going into 2017. And then also, please drop me a like if you liked it, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the video tomorrow. Take care.